Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Showed swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What is going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic evening. Oh man, we got 2 games tonight. We're going to be doing a little bit of a doubleheader, and we'll be calling 2 games at once, which will be really, really cool. First and foremost, okay, we got the USA Team USA taking on Team Mexico. That game was supposed to start on time, and it is starting on time. The other game that was supposed to start at 7 o'clock, that is in a rain delay, is Puerto Rico versus Cuba, but we just got word not too long ago that that game will actually begin at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time. There's also Venezuela taking on Team Nicaragua right now. That is a 2-0 score, and that game is in the bottom of the 4th. We will try to keep you updated on that game. We're just not able to watch it. But yes, as far as things go, I'm looking forward to both of these games. I really, really am. Can you guys hear me? I'm a little bit low. I just realized that. Sorry about that. Is that better? There we go. I don't know why my volume was a little bit low. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. So we got 2 games going on tonight. One of them was supposed to start earlier, and that was Puerto Rico versus Cuba. And then you got Team USA versus Mexico. That game is going to start at 8:08. The Puerto Rico-Cuba game, that first pitch will be at 8:20. Sorry about the volume being a little bit low. I don't know how that happened. So let's go on. Let's talk about this USA game first. Okay, so USA is going to have Paul Skeens taking on Manny Barrera. And so the both of those guys are pitching. So Paul Skeens pitching for Team USA. Excited to see what he is able to do out there. And Manny Barrera is going to be pitching for Team Mexico. Let's get on into the starting lineups for that game. So we'll do that right now. This is Team USA's lineup right here. Okay, so they got Bobby Witt Jr. batting in the leadoff spot. Bryce Harper is batting second. Kyle Schwarber is batting Aaron Judge is batting third, and then you got Kyle Schwarber batting in the cleanup spot. Alex Bregman is batting fifth. Cal Raleigh's batting sixth. Roman Anthony is batting seventh. Byron Buxton is hitting eighth, and Bryce Terang is batting in the 9 spots. And then for Team Mexico, their starting lineup looks just like this. Okay, so they will have Randy Arozarena batting second. Jarren Duran is going to be hitting first. And then right after, it's Jarren Duran, Randy Arozarena, and then it's Jonathan Aranda who will be batting third. The catcher, Alejandro Kirk, is going to be batting in the 4th spot. And then it's Rowdy Tellez who's batting fifth. And Nacho Alvarez Jr. hitting 6th. Nick Gonzalez will be batting 7th. 8th is Alec Thomas, and batting in the 9 spot is going to be Joey Ortiz. So again, for Team USA, okay, they got Witt, Harper, Judge, Schwarber, Bregman, Raleigh, Anthony, Buxton, and Terang. And then for Mexico, they got Duran, Arozarena, Aranda, Kirk, Tellez, Alvarez Jr., Gonzalez, Thomas, and Ortiz. And in the other game, for Team Cuba, All right, let's get on into their starting lineup right now. So they have Roel Santos playing out in center field. Yohan Moncada is batting second. He'll be playing over at third base. There is Alfredo Despaigne. He's going to be DHing. Arisbel Arubarena is at shortstop. And then you got Omar Hernandez, who is catching. Yoelkis Giebert is out in right field. Lionel Moas Jr. is batting eighth. And Yidi Cape is batting in the 9th spot. On the mound for them is Julio Robena. And for, finally, Team Puerto Rico, they got Willie Castro batting in the leadoff spot. Heliot Ramos batting second. Nolan Arenado batting third. Carlos Cortez batting fourth. Daryl Hernandez batting fifth. And then it's Eddie Rosario sixth. Emmanuel Rivera seventh. MJ Melendez eighth. And Martin Maldonado batting in the 9th spot. Okay, so USA is ready to get underway right now, so let's change the scoreboard really quickly and make sure that we have that updated. So here is Team USA as Duran is in the box, and the first pitch is just outside for ball one, delivered by Paul Skeens. All right, hopefully you'll be able to follow along. It might be a little bit of a weird layout, and I do apologize about that. So we are good to go. Let's make sure that we have this up over here. Yes. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jarren Duran, and the next pitch is in there for a called strike. Where is this? There it is. Okay. So Duran batting in the leadoff spot. And then this is Team USA's lineup. Good. Great. We're good. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jarren Duran, who, by the way, is 2 for 6 so far in the WBC. Skeens on the mound in the 1-2, and that is up high and away for ball 2. So it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. I might not be looking as much at chat right now because I got a lot on my plate. But yes, there we go. The 2-2 on the way, it's popped up and it's fouled back over towards the screen to Jarren Duran. And again, let us know if you're able to follow along. Once Puerto Rico gets underway, we will let you know. That should be in about 9 minutes or so. 2 balls and 2 strikes, though, in the USA-Mexico game to Jarren Duran. And the 2-2 pitch just fouled out of the glove of the catcher. That reached 100 miles per hour. And so the count is 2-2. You can flip this over. Nice. Looks like a Wednesday. Yes. Let's go. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the next pitch, swing and a miss, and Paul Skeens is able to get a strikeout. He threw a changeup to Duran, and there's 1 away in the USA-Mexico game. Good. All right. Good. 1 away in the top of the first, and it's Randy Rosarino who swings and misses at the 99-mile-per-hour fastball that went above the zone, and the count is 0-1. So we're calling 2 games at once tonight. Hopefully you guys are able to follow along and join on in. And again, I apologize. I might not be looking at chat as much. 0-1 is the count and the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. That's at 99 miles per hour to Randy, who is 2 for 6 so far in the World Baseball Classic. This game is taking place at Daikin Park, by the way. That's the home of the Houston Astros. No balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is elevated above the zone for ball 1. Who do you got winning this USA-Mexico game? Let us know. Let's go. 1-2 is the count. By the way, the other game is at Hiram Bithorn Stadium, and Puerto Rico 11-3 over there. 1-2 pitch, grounded over towards the third baseman. Bregman, the throw over to first is in time, and there is out number 2. And Jonathan Arand is up next. We also forgot to mention, too, that the defense for Team USA is this. They got Kyle Raleigh catching, Paul Skeens on the mound. Over at first base, it's Bryce Harper. The second baseman is Bryce Terang. At third base, you got Alex Bregman. The shortstop is Bobby Witt. And then the outfield from left to right, it's Roman Anthony, Byron Buxton, and Aaron Judge. And here's the pitch to Aranda, and he takes a called strike on the outside corner. Long ball says 5-2 USA. Let's go. All right, no balls, one strike to Jonathan Aranda. And the 0-1 pitch. That is above the zone and outside for ball one. So that makes the count now 1-1. And I, again, apologize if the scoreboard is a little bit ahead. We're watching this game on the iPad. And then the other game is on cable. 1-1 pitch. That is up high. Taken for ball two at 98 miles per hour. Let's go. Yolanda is here. What's up, Yolanda? Let's go. I'm sorry that the Red Sox won against the Phillies today. I could honestly care less. The 2-1 pitch, that is up high for ball three. All I care about is how our pitching looked and how some of our starting hitters looked. But congratulations on the win, my friend. Let's go. Let's go. I didn't mean that in a bad way, too. I hope you realize that. That's good, though, for the Red Sox. 3-1. That is in there for strike two. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the first of the Mexico-USA game. Puerto Rico and Cuba will be underway in about 5 minutes or so. That game was supposed to start at 7:08 p.m. Eastern Time. So the delay was just a little bit over an hour. 3-2 pitch. That's a foul ball to Aranda. That reached 99 miles per hour. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jonathan Aranda. 2 away in the top of the first. The payoff pitch. It's popped up over towards the third base side in foul territory. Bregman gives it a look, and so does the left fielder, and he'll make the catch. Roman Anthony caught it right in front of the netting towards that third base corner. And so there is out number 3. And so 1, 2, 3 goes Team Mexico. And we're going to the bottom of the first. And the lineup for Team USA is as follows. It'll be Bobby Witt Jr., who'll be batting in the leadoff spot. And then you got Bryce Harper playing over at first base, batting second. Aaron Judge is batting third. Kyle Schwarber is batting fourth. Fifth is Alex Bregman. Sixth is Cal Raleigh. And then you got Roman Anthony batting seventh. Byron Buxton batting eighth. And Bryce Terang will be batting in the 9th spot. Does this look big enough to you guys, the box scores, or does it need to be a little bit bigger? Please let me know down below how this all does look to you, okay? Please tell me. Tell me how good this size is. I think 5-0 Team USA. All right, and while we're also on the other game really quickly as we're in this break, Cuba versus Puerto Rico. All right, how do we feel about this game? Who do we think is going to win this one, and what's the final score going to be for this game right here? Let's go right over here. Puerto Rico's lineup is right there. Good. Nice. So what is the final score of this game going to be? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. The lineup for Cuba, it'll be Roel Santos batting in the leadoff spot. Yohan Moncada is batting second. Ariel Martinez is batting third. And then it's Alfredo Despain batting in the cleanup spot. Arizbel Arubarena is batting fifth. Omar Hernandez is batting sixth. And then it's Yoelkis Giebert, who's batting seventh. Eighth is Lionel Moas Jr., and Yidi Cape is going to be batting in the 9th spot. All right, so Manny Barreda is going to go out there and pitch for Team Mexico right now. Let's go back to that game really quickly. And so we're in the bottom of the first of this game. Puerto Rico also is playing right now. They're ready to get underway. You're going to go 4-3 Cuba. Okay. Bobby Witt Jr. is up for Team USA, and he will look at strike one. The count is 0-1 to Bobby Witt Jr. This will be interesting. No balls, one strike, and the 0-1 to Bobby. He'll ground it over to third, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time. Excellent play by Yoan Moncada over at third base, and he is retired. Whoops, wrong game. What did I say, Yoan Moncada? Nacho Alvarez Jr. is in this game. Okay, so Bobby Witt grounds out over to third. Long ball says, I'm going to go 4-2 Puerto Rico. All right. Here we go. Bryce Harper is now up for Team USA. Let's go. Very, very good. No balls, one strike to Bryce Harper. We'll stay here first. 0-1 is the count to Bryce. Barreda comes set and deals, and the pitch is a little bit outside for a ball. Let's go, Bryce. All right, good stuff. One ball, one strike, and you guys can see everything fine. It looks big enough, looks good. The pitch to Harper, swing and a miss. He got a slider there. Santos ready to step on into the box for Team Puerto Rico. Or Team Cuba, that is. Excuse me. 1-2 pitch. It's a chopper that's fouled to Bryce Harper. All right, Rodriguez takes the hill for Team Puerto Rico. We'll get there in just a few moments. 1-2 is the count to Bryce Harper in the bottom of the first with one away. Come on, Harper. The 1-2 on the way to Harper, and he grounds it over towards the first baseman. And that is going to result in out number one. Pulled it over towards that first base line, and Aranda fielded it cleanly. So 2 up and 2 down. Scott says, I'm going to go 8-5 Cuba. 8-5 Cuba. Interesting. Benji Gil. There he is. Here's Aaron Judge. He comes up to the plate. So no score in the bottom of the first of the USA-Mexico game. And the pitch to Judge, swing and a miss. No balls and one strike to Aaron Judge in the bottom of the first. The windup by Barreda and the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball through the hole out to left field for a base hit. Aaron Judge gets aboard with a 2-out single. Okay, Puerto Rico and Cuba right now are underway as well. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Santos, and the pitch is outside for ball 3. Elmer Rodriguez is on the mound. So we'll stick to this at-bat really quickly. Cuba versus Puerto Rico, that game is in the top of the first. The 3-0 pitch inside for ball 4, and Santos will get on with a leadoff walk. Here's Kyle Schwarber for Team USA, and the first pitch that he takes is outside for ball 1. Okay. 1-0 is the count to Schwarber. Let's stick right here to this at-bat. Judge leads off over at first base for Team USA. USA taking on Mexico, Puerto Rico taking on Cuba. All 4 teams are 2-0 in their pool. 2 balls, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber, and 2 outs. For Cuba, Moncada is in the box. The 2-0 pitch to Kyle Schwarber, that's low for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber, and now it's 2 balls, no strikes to Yoan Moncada. Kobe, thank you so much for the sub, my friend. The 3-0 to Schwarber, that's up high for ball 4. And USA has a little 2-out rally coming. A little timeout was taken in the Cuba Puerto Rico game. All right. Alex Bregman is up to bat for Team USA. In the bottom of the first, USA threatening to score. Let's stay here really quickly as the pitch is outside and taken for ball one. Let's go. One ball, no strikes to Bregman. And 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Moncada, by the way, did just ground out into a fielder's choice. It was a 4-6 fielder's choice. So there's 1 gone in that game. 1-0 was the count to Alex Bregman with 2 outs in the bottom of the first for Team USA. And here's the 1-0 pitch. That's off the plate for ball 2. So Judge is over at second. Schwarber's over at first. Bregman is in the box. 2 balls, no strikes to Bregman. And the 2-0 pitch to Alex, swing and a miss, got a slider there. He was late. 2 balls and 1 strike. Let's go. Drywall Wizard, thank you so much for the membership. Oh, we got 5. Oh, wait, Lombo with 5 gifted memberships? What? Is that who it was? Thank you so much, man. 3 balls, 1 strike. I really appreciate that, my guy. Oh, that means a lot. Don't make me cry. Thank you, man. 3 balls, 1 strike to Bregman. And the 3-1 pitch, that's low for ball 4. And that is going to load the bases for Team USA. All right. Cal Raleigh's coming up for Team USA in the bottom of the first. Big spot for him. We're going to focus on this at-bat. Raleigh steps on out of the box. Wow, Martinez in the Puerto Rico game just got called looking at a strike 3. And he is not happy about that call. So that is out number 2 over there. That's crazy. Shocked. So 2 outs in that game. The ball is 1 strike to Kyle Raleigh. Beretta comes set, kicks, fires, and Raleigh swings and misses, and the count is 0-2. This might be a little bit behind, and I apologize. The ball is in 2 strikes to Cal Raleigh. Bases loaded. Bregman is at first. Schwarber's at second. Judge is at third. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He went around. And there is out number 3. And so the Team USA leaves the bases loaded, and we're going to the top of the second. Okay. And with that, we head on over to this game. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Orlando Despain, or Alfredo Despain, that is. So again, Moncada is over at first. The count is 2-1. Cuba playing against Puerto Rico. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Rodriguez gets set on the mound. And the 2-1 pitch. Bouncing ball hit over towards the third baseman. The throw to second is in time. And the inning is over. So Team Cuba leaves 1 runner on base. And Puerto Rico is coming up to bat in the bottom of the first. Puerto Rico's lineup will be this. It'll be Willie Castro, who's over at second base. Heliot Ramos is batting second. Nolan Arenado at third base, batting third. Ramos, by the way, out in center field. Carlos Cortez is the right fielder. He'll be batting in the cleanup spot. Daryl Hernaiz is over at short, and he'll be batting fifth. Out in left field, it's Eddie Rosario. He'll be batting sixth. Emmanuel Rivera is over at first base. He'll be batting seventh. And then it's MJ Melendez batting in the eighth spot, DHing. And Martin Maldonado is the catcher. He will be batting in the ninth spot. Is Gunnar Henderson in the Team USA lineup? The answer to that question is no. It's not. He's not in the lineup. Paul Skeens is ready to go back out there for his second inning of work. And with that, we go back to the Team USA game. All right. So Skeens is on the mound. And we shall be ready to resume play in this one. Why is Ninja Chat not working? There we go. Okay. Ninja Chat does not deserve to be up there. There we go. Good. The ball is one strike to Alejandro Kirk, who is in the batter's box for Team Mexico as we start off the top of the second. Skeens gets set and deals. The pitch is outside and it's taken for ball one. What we actually could do is we could actually shield this and put this over here. What's up, Seema? One ball, one strike. The pitch to Kirk, swing and a miss. So the count is now 1-2. I think we're actually just going to leave this on here. Benjamin with the $2 super chats. We're calling two games at once. One ball, two strikes. Paul Skeens on the mound, facing Alejandro Kirk. 1-2 pitch. And that is a little bit outside. Okay, good. For ball two. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Alejandro Kirk in the top of the second. Skeens comes set, kicks, fires, and that's fouled away. Willie Castro is in the box currently in the Puerto Rico game. We'll let you know how he does. But right now it's 2-2 to Kirk. 23 pitches for Paul Skeens. Skeens kicks, deals, swing and a miss. That pitch was way up high, and Kirk goes around swinging. And that is out number one here in the top of the second. Let's go back to Castro's at-bat really quickly for Team Puerto Rico. It's 3-1 to him, and he'll just foul off the next pitch. And the count is 3-2 to Castro in the Puerto Rico game. Now I'll have to update those box scores. I apologize, chat. I just really want you to see the lineups. That's really what I want. Castro's going to get on with a leadoff single in the bottom of the first for Team Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico has a runner over at first base. But the 1-1 to Tellez will be in the zone for strike two in the Team USA-Mexico game. Mexico is up to bat, top of the second. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rowdy Tellez. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Paul Skeens with back-to-back strikeouts. And there's 2 gone in the top of the 2nd inning. Let's go. So he has now struck out 3 batters today. 1 ball. Mexico versus USA. 2 outs. The pitch to Nacho Alvarez Jr. is in the zone for a called strike. So the count is 0-1 to Nacho. Let's go, Nacho. 0-1 pitch. Alvarez flies one out over towards straightaway center field. Buxton doesn't even have to move. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. Team USA is coming up to bat, and they will go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Meanwhile, back in the Puerto Rico game, it is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Heliot Ramos. The 1-2 pitch to him is taken low for ball 2. Robena is on the mound. And by the way, just a little bit more about Robena, a little bit more info about him. Robena this year, last year that is, played in 16 games, started in 12, and had a 4-6 record. 2-2 pitch, and that's a foul ball. Heading back on over to first base is Willie Castro. Ramos, the outfielder for the Giants, playing out in center field for Team Puerto Rico. No score there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Heliot Ramos. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. And there's out number 1 in the bottom of the 1st inning in the Puerto Rico-Cuba game. The outfield for Team Cuba, you got Roel Santos in center, Yoelkis Giebert is out in right, and Lionel Moas Jr. is playing out in left field. So 1 away in the bottom of the 1st inning. Here is Nolan Arenado for Team Puerto Rico. And the pitch is low for a ball. USA and Mexico are in an inning change right now. 1 ball, no strikes to Nolan Arenado. In the bottom of the 1st. The pitch. There's a strike. And that is at the knees for strike 1. Let's go. Arenado in the box. Castro at first. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Arenado. It's down and in for a ball. The throw to second base. Not in time. Castro's in there. Stolen base by Willie Castro, and Arenado has a runner in scoring position. So things are certainly getting interesting in this Puerto Rico game. Carlos Cortez waits in the on-deck circle. For Team USA, up to bat for them is Roman Anthony. And we'll keep you updated on that. But first, Arenado in the box for Team Puerto Rico as they threaten the score. Castro leads off at second. The 2-1 pitch to Arenado. He pops it up over towards the first base side. The catch is made by the first baseman, and that is Alfredo Despain, and there is out number 2. With that, let's just go back really quickly to the Team USA game. So no balls and 2 strikes to Roman Anthony. 0-2 is the count to Anthony. Barreda comes set for Team Mexico, and the 0-2 is inside for a ball. Cortez for Puerto Rico just flied out to left field. The inning is over in the bottom of the 1st inning there, and they're going to go to the top of the 2nd. The 1-2 pitch to Anthony is a changeup, and that's down for ball 2. So we stick back to Team USA taking on Mexico. Again, let us know if you're able to follow along and if the box scores look good to you, if the score changes look good. 2-2 pitch is low for ball 3, and Roman Anthony has a full count. Three-two pitch, low for ball 4. And Byron Buxton is the next man up for Team USA. USA had bases loaded in the bottom of the first. Couldn't manufacture a run. Charge! How's everybody feeling, chat? What is going on? Long ball, thanks again for the donos. And Benjamin, thanks again for your $2 dono. I appreciate it. The gifted memberships, Long ball, thank you so much, man. That means a lot. That's a lot, man. Those things are not cheap. 1 ball, no strikes. Buxton in the box. The pitch to Byron Buxton. It's in the zone and taken for strike 1. By the way, I can also change this, and I will do that right now. One and one is the count to Buxton. The pitch. Buxton sends one out over to center field, and it'll be caught, though, right in front of the warning track by Alec Thomas. Heading back on over to first is Anthony. It was a bullet, just hit right at Thomas for out number 1. Smooth like butter. That's good. Easy to follow along. Great. I thought the initial game was going to be the USA game. The first of the initial game that we were going to do, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I was originally going to start off with the Puerto Rico game, which was supposed to start at 7, and then that game got delayed. And then I was going to do a little bit of calling 2 games at once the USA game started, but no balls and 1 strike to Bryce Terang. We're in the bottom of the second of the Team USA game with 1 away. Terang is in the box. Barreda comes set and deals, and the pitch is outside. All 4 teams are 2-0 in their pool. So these are 2 really, and I mean really, important games. 1 ball, 1 strike. Get you back to the Cuba Puerto Rico game in a few moments, but the 1-1 is up high for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. USA and Mexico are in the bottom of the second with 1 out. Three seconds left on the pitch clock, and Terang is going to step on out of the box. Barreda with 33 pitches. He comes set above the belt. The 2-1 pitch is in the zone and taken for strike 2. In the Cuba game, Arrubarena did just walk against Rodriguez. So he is over at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, though, to Bryce Terang. And the next pitch is fouled back. Three balls, 2 strikes to Bryce. 1 away, bottom of the second. Terang in the box. Barreda gets set just below the letters. And the payoff pitch, he just swung at ball 4 and he fouled it off. The runner has to go back on over to first base. Oh my gosh, that pitch to Hernandez was high and it was called a strike in that game. What are you talking about, ump? 3 balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Terang in the bottom of the second inning for Team USA. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards the right field corner. It's a foul ball. What a catch by that fan, though. He barehand caught it, and he gets high fives from everybody around him in that vicinity. Okay, so the count still remains 3-2. Terang is fighting here with 8 pitches. Hernandez just grounded into a 1-4-3 double play for Team Cuba, and there's 2 outs in the top of the second over there. That's a big out. Pitch to Terang, line drive, base hit out to right field. This should put runners at least at the corners. The runner from first being waved home, the throw to the plate. Got him! He's out! It ended up not working out, and Terang does get on with a double. However, Roman Anthony gunned out at the plate by Jarren Duran. What a throw that was. Just a cannon of an arm for Jarren Duran, and there's 2 away with a runner at second base. Unbelievable. That is insane. It got right down that first base side, and Duran was on the track. He got to that ball, and Anthony was running on over to third, and then he sort of picked up speed and tried to come home. That was a good throw and an excellent swipe, though, made by the catcher. And that's Alejandro Kirk. Bottom of the second, and Bobby Witt is up, and the count is 1-0 to him. Excellent play. I mean, that was a bang-bang play all around. One ball, no strikes to Bobby Witt. And Bobby will take the next pitch upstairs for ball 2. Let's go. Two balls, no strikes to Bobby Witt Jr. The 2-0 pitch. He went around. Rodriguez just struck out the final batter, and the Puerto Rico is going to go to the bottom of the second. 2 balls, 1 strike, though, to Bobby Witt Jr. So Gilbert grounded into a 1-6-3 double play, and Lionel Moas Jr. just struck out. Is that correct? No, that was Hernandez who walked. Or sorry, Arubarena walked. Omar Hernandez grounded into the double play, and Yoelkis Gibbsboro is the one who grounded or struck out. Okay. The 2-2 pitch to Witt. There's a fly ball hit out over towards deep left center field. It'll just stay in the yard. It's warning track power. The inning is over. The catch is made by the center fielder, Alec Thomas, and that is that. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. And we played 2 innings out in Houston, and we're going to the top of the third, USA versus Mexico. And with a game, or with a break in both of these games, let's go. Let's go. Is it me, or does it seem like the Winter Olympics are half as popular as the Summer Games? Well, they are. But, I mean, the Winter Olympics, though, are so cool to watch. I enjoy watching them, but I think that most people would probably say that, you know, it's not as popular as the summer ones. But I think that they're great. Haven't gotten any ads yet. That's odd. Have any of you gotten ads? Let me know. swinging at ball four sounds like me playing the show. That's funny. Okay. So Puerto Rico is back on right now. We'll head on over to that game while the USA game is in a break. Daryl Hernaiz is up to bat, hitting on the right side. Robania is back on the mound. Hernaiz will ground the first pitch right through the hole out to left field for a base hit. If the third baseman was playing a little bit more towards the left, he would have gotten there. But there's a leadoff single by Daryl Hernaiz for Puerto Rico. All right. Hit the walk-off homer not too long ago against Team Panama. Charge! And here is Eddie Rosario stepping on into the box. The left-handed hitter for Team Puerto Rico is up to bat. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and here's the pitch to Rosario. That'll catch the outside edge for strike one. No balls and one strike to Eddie. Skeens is back out there on the mound for Team USA. 0-1 pitch to Rosario, and that is in the strike zone, taken for strike two. Let you know how Skeens does. Robania comes set again and deals, and there's a grounder over to shortstop. The throw to second, there's one. Here's the throw to first. Not in time. Rosario does beat it out, and that is a 6-4 fielder's choice. And Rivera is due on up. But Paul Skeens back out there for another inning of work. And there we go. Good. The 0-2 from Skeens. It's low for a ball. Here's Emmanuel Rivera for Team Puerto Rico. In the USA game, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch is fouled back. That's Nick Gonzalez who's up to bat. We'll stick around with this game for now. Well, Rivera just singled out to left field, and that's going to put runners over at first and second for Team Puerto Rico. Wow. All right. So Rivera gets on, and MJ Melendez is coming up. But let's go back to this Paul Skeens at bat really quickly. Skeens versus Gonzalez. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch to Gonzalez. He rips it foul. Okay. Let's go, Puerto Rico. MJ Melendez in the box for Team Puerto Rico. And he takes the first pitch outside for a ball. So Rivera's over at first. At second base, it's Daryl Hernaiz. Melendez in the box. 1 away. Puerto Rico versus Cuba. The 1-0 pitch to Melendez, and he fouls it away. Keep you updated on the Skeens-Gonzalez at-bat in that Mexico-USA game. 1-1 is the count, though, to MJ Melendez. The count is 3-2 to Gonzalez. The pitch, that's outside for a ball. It just started to rain again in the Puerto Rico-Cuba game. It just started to rain. Game was supposed to start at 7:08. And now it started at 8:20. The 3-2 from Skeens. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. 1 away in the USA-Mexico game. Gonzalez went chasing after that pitch, and it looked absolutely filthy from Paul Skeens. The pitch to Melendez, and that's a foul ball. So Gonzalez is down on strikes for Team Mexico. And that is 7 batters retired in a row by Paul Skeens. Big pitch to Melendez here for Puerto Rico. The 1-2 to Melendez. Way up high for ball 2. I think Rabania had that slip out of his hand. Again, it's raining over there. So weather is certainly a factor. Two balls, 2 strikes for MJ Melendez. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit out to right. It's a foul ball, though. In the Mexico USA game, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Paul Skeens. Or to Thomas, that is. Skeens with the 1-2 pitch. There's strikeout number 5. Let's go. Paul Skeens is on fire in this game. And just absolutely got Alec Thomas to chase after a pitch that was right at the knees. Here is MJ Melendez. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Puerto Rico has runners over at first and second base. The 3-2 on the way. Another foul ball. In the Mexico game, Joey Ortiz was up. He grounded over the right in front of the catcher. Rally threw it over to first. It was a little bit wide. Or was it over to short? Nope, it was over to second he grounded into. And then Harper, the throw was just a little bit over towards his left. And Rowley had to go back it up. So Ortiz does get on. There goes the perfect game. So that's going to be called an E4. Big pitch here to MJ Melendez in the Puerto Rico-Cuba game. Umbrellas are out. The 3-2 on the way. That's high for ball 4. Puerto Rico has bases loaded. Robania is in a jam. And Martin Maldonado, the former catcher for the Astros, is up to bat. There's a timeout in that game. Jaron Duran up for Team Mexico, and he sends a single out to right field, and he will get on base. The throw over to third is in time. Oh, what a play. What a play out in right field by Aaron Judge. He swiped him right on the back. That was an excellent throw by Judge, and Bregman just tagged out. He tagged out Joey Ortiz. Excellent throw. And USA is going to go to the bottom of the third. They're looking at this, and they're not going to challenge. All right, so we stay out in the Puerto Rico-Cuba game. Martin Maldonado is up. The pitch to Maldonado. Ground ball down the third base line. It's a fair ball. That's going all the way towards the corner. This should clear the bases. 1-0 Puerto Rico. 2-0 Puerto Rico. 3-0 Puerto Rico. A bases clearing double by Maldonado. And still 1 out in the bottom of the second. Just got it right down that line. Excellent shot there. So 3-0 in the bottom of the second. Martin Maldonado comes through in the clutch. And there's a pitching change right there. Gosh. Okay. Willie Castro is coming back on up to the plate. And we have a break in both games. I had to cut that call. That was awesome. Judge with a cannon of a throw. I didn't think that he was going to get him out at third, but he did. That was awesome. Gosh. Chad, how we feeling? How are we feeling so far? By the way, the Netherlands game, or the Venezuela game, it's 4-0 against Nicaragua, and that is in the bottom of the 7th. You guys enjoying this? Give me a 1 down below if you guys like this. Give me a 2 down below if you don't like it. Just out of curiosity. How many people do we have tuning on in? Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and make sure that you hit the subscribe button as well. Let's go. Benjamin's still here. That's good. That's good. I'll take that. So Puerto Rico gets themselves a 3-0 lead. Rapid fire baseball, man. Can't wait to see those 2 throws. Let's go. Joe is here. Yes. Here comes Bryce Harper to the plate for Team USA, and the pitch is fouled back. Cruz is on the mound for Team Mexico. And again, Puerto Rico and Cuba currently in a break, so we'll let you know how that game goes once it does resume. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Let's go. Dayton is here. What's up, Dayton? Don't spam the chat, my friend. The 1-1 to Harper. It's up high for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Jesus Cruz with a 6.23 ERA. Willie Castro just is stepping up to the plate for Puerto Rico. But first, the pitch to Harper, swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2 to him. Maldonado, that's his first career extra base hit in World Baseball in the World Baseball Classic. 2-2 is the count to Harper. The pitch to Bryce. Swing and a line drive off the pitcher's glove. It hits his knee, and it goes over to the third baseman. Yikes. That was a bullet hit right into the kneecap of Cruz, and the trainer is going to go out there to check up on him. Oh, that's got to hurt. Ricocheted right off of his glove and hit his right kneecap. The manager's also going to go out there too. But nonetheless, Harper does get on with an infield single. Okay, it's 2 balls, 1 strike to Willie Castro. And the pitch is outside for ball 3. Damn. Rapid fire baseball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Let you know how he's doing. He's trying to walk it off. The 3-1 to Castro. Line drive down the first base line, but it's fouled. Ouch. That's got to hurt. Three balls, 2 strikes to Castro. That game's in the bottom of the 2nd. A runner over at 2nd, 1 away. 3-2 is the count. Judge is ready to come up for Team USA, but first the 3-2, and that's a foul ball. Hit towards the first base side by Willie Castro. Josimar Cousin is warming up in the pen for Team Puerto Rico. Cruz is throwing a couple of warm-up pitches. The 3-2 to Castro, and that's up high for ball 4. And that is going to put runners over at first and second base. Cruz says that he's fine, and he's still going to pitch for Mexico. Elliot Ramos is up. for Team Puerto Rico. The pitch to Ramos. It's at the knees for strike one. Judge up to the plate for Team USA. We'll let you know how he does. No balls, one strike to Heliot Ramos. The pitch to Ramos, it's high for ball one. Runners over at first and second base for Team Puerto Rico. The 1-1 pitch, fouled away. And it's 1-2 to Ramos. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Aaron Judge. Let's go back to Judge's pitch, and we'll take the next one just outside for ball 2. Ramos fouls off another one, and that will go on out of play. We got 2 games that we're calling at once. 2-1 to Judge. And here's the pitch. Fly ball hit out over to right field, and that ball is gonna go. It's gone. See you later. Nothing USA. All right, here's the 1-2 pitch to Ramos, and that's up high for ball 2. Back to the Puerto Rico game really quickly. Kyle Schwarber is going to come up for Team USA, but first, we go back to the Cuba game. Here's a big pitch to Heliot Ramos. He's working up this at-bat here. The 2-2 is down and away for ball 3. So Judge goes yard for Team USA. Let's go. Schwarber will single out to center field, and he's over at first base for USA. 3-0 Puerto Rico in the bottom of the second, and time is called. They'll actually reset the pitch clock. That's what it was. 3-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 4, and bases are loaded for Puerto Rico. What an at-bat by Ramos. And there's still one out in the bottom of the second. All right. Let's go really quickly. The Bregman's at-bat for Team USA. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to him. But now we're going to go back to this Puerto Rico game. It's getting good in both of these games right now. Nolan Arenado is up with the bases loaded. The pitch, it's fouled off the umpire's mask, and the count is 0-1. Arenado and Bregman are up for their respected teams. Arenado has bases loaded for Team Puerto Rico, and USA has Bregman up. Here's the 0-1 to Arenado. That's a foul ball towards the left side. Let's go. No balls, 2 strikes. Arenado has 6 career grand slams. No balls, 2 strikes to Nolan Arenado. The pitch. It's low for a ball. All right, let's go back to Bregman's at-bat very quickly. Very, very quickly. The 1-2 to Bregman. It's down low and away for ball 2. Okay. The 1-2 to Arenado. Foul ball again. Big at bat here. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nolan Arenado. The pitch. There's a foul ball. And it goes out of play. The 3-2 to Bregman. Swung on and missed. And there's out number 1 in the bottom of the third. And so there's 1 out in the third inning. Schwarber singled. Bregman just struck out. And Cal Raleigh is up. But back to the Puerto Rico game. 1-2 is the count to Arenado. The pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over to left field. It's foul. The pitch to Raleigh, and it hits him. It got him right on the belt. And he'll be rewarded first base like that. And USA has runners over at first and second. Wow. Back to Arenado's at bat. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. What a big strikeout by Romero there in that situation. Arenado goes down on strikes, and Carlos Cortez is up with 2 away for Puerto Rico. Roman Anthony is up for Team USA. And Anthony launches one out to right field. Bye-bye, baseball! USA up 5-0. By the way, they just popped out to end the bottom of the second inning. So that game is going to go to the top of the third. Carlos Cortez popped out over to third. And that's going to go to the third. Let's go. What a game. 2 great games so far. And it's been awesome. Need to see more USA on the screen. Well, I have the whatchamacallit up here. The box scores. You just don't see the header as Team USA, but I do have the box scores up. I can't please everybody doing this, and I'm not trying to please everybody, but there we go. 5-0 USA. What a swing. Let's go. I'm so confused. So to be on the Team USA, you have to be born in the USA, but all the other teams might have 2 at the most MLB players. Sounding less entertaining by the minute. They don't have less than 2 MLB players. I mean, there's people that are born in the Dominican Republic that play in the majors, and there's people that are born, in these other countries, or they have family that's there. So that's why they're on those teams. They're playing for their families. They're playing for their heritage, that type of stuff. But that was awesome. 5-0 USA, and there's a break in the action. Oh, boy. Let's go. Nicaragua's knocking on the door during all that. 2 of these great games are great. Yeah, it's awesome. Nicaragua was knocking on the door, but Venezuela's up 4-0. Bottom of the third, the United States is coming back on up. Luis Gadolum is on the mound. Starting the rain back in San Juan again. pitch is fouled. Byron Buxton is up. The count is 0-1 to Buxton. It is hailing out in San Juan. Gosh. Wouldn't be surprised if that goes into another delay. The pitch to Buxton, swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Eduardo Rodriguez just got the first out of the third in the Cuba Puerto Rico game. But first, the 0-2 to Buxton. That's taken for a ball for Team USA. One ball, 2 strikes to Buxton. Next pitch is down for ball 2. We'll let you know if Cuba does something interesting. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Buxton. And the next pitch is high for ball 3. The 3-2 to Buxton. Swing and a foul ball. Capay just chopped one over Alvarez Jr.'s head in the Cuba game, and he's now over at second base. So Cuba has a runner in scoring position with nobody out there. That was a sort of a cherry bomb play. Just took a very high bounce over his head. Buxton's 3-2 in the USA game, and that is fouled away again. Three balls and 2 strikes to Byron Buxton. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes, and there is out number 2. Okay. So Buxton's down on strikes. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Arenado just caught out number 2 in that Puerto Rico-Cuba game. Still in the top of the third there. Here's Bryce Terang up for Team USA as they lead it 5-0 against Mexico. 1-0 pitch, and it's high for ball 2. To Bryce Terang. This is Elmer Rodriguez that's pitching for Team Puerto Rico. Next pitch, fly ball hit out over to left field by Terang, and there is out number 3. So the inning is over. But man, oh man, you got some great offense in this game between the U.S. and Mexico. 5-0 U.S. And with that, we go back to Puerto Rico versus Cuba. 2 balls and no strikes to Yoan Moncada as he is in the batter's box. 2-0 pitch, and that's in the zone for a called strike. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We're calling 2 games at once, chat. That's what we're doing. 2 big games. All 4 teams are 2-0 in their pool. The 2-1, that is down low and away for ball 3. Change this and go back to this. 3 balls, 1 strike to Moncada. Rodriguez comes set, and there's ball 4, and that'll put runners over at first and second for Cuba in the top of the 3rd inning. And Aniel Martinez is up. struck out looking his last time up. Let's go. So we got 2 runners on. No balls, 1 strike. Capé leads off over at second. And we got Moncada over at first. The tying run is up for Cuba. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Ariel Martinez. Not Aniel Martinez. The 1-1 pitch to Martinez. It's down low and away for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch. Grounded over towards the third base side. Alvarez has it. Throws it over to first. And he is out at first base. What a throw by Alvarez in foul territory. And we'll see if Cuba decides to challenge this. Arenado was going back over to the dugout. Sorry, that was Arenado that made the throw over from third base. And that was pretty close. That makes more sense that he made that throw there. He's out. They won't challenge it. And so they're going to go to the bottom of the third. I mixed up my rosters. That's what it was. Okay. So back to the USA game as they are back on. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena, and they are in the top of the 4th. Paul Skeens, 3+ innings so far. 5 strikeouts and just 1 hit allowed. 2-2 is the count to Randy. And the next pitch is down and away for ball 3. Arenado just made a bang play. Three balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Randy Arozarena. Strike 3 called. And there is out number 1. That is strikeout number 6 by Paul Skeens. Excellent pitch. Got him looking on the outside edge. And the first out is recorded in the 4th. Gosh, what a pitch that was. Perfect pitch. Up to bat next. As the pitch is outside for a ball. It's Jonathan Aranda. 1-0 is the count. How's everybody feeling, man? How is everybody feeling? Is there really anybody that can be USA or other than Japan? Dominican Republic, for sure. Dominican Republic. Korea, definitely. 1-0 pitch. It's up high for ball 2. Korea's been playing really well. Let's go. 2 balls, no strikes to Aranda. And the pitch, that's up high for ball 3. Arenado just made a really good throw. That was an excellent play. 3-0 pitch. That's taken low for ball 4, and Aranda's going to walk against Paul Skeens, and there will be a runner over at first. Riley got hit by a pitch. Anthony hit a homer, and Buxton flied out. Right? Terang flied out too. All right. 1 out in the top of the 4th of the USA-Mexico game. Here's Alejandro Kirk facing Paul Skeens. And the pitch. There's a ground ball. Diving stop by the shortstop. The throw over to first. Oh, what a play! Golly. Excellent play by Bobby Witt Jr. He took away a base hit to Alejandro Kirk, and there's 2 gone. So Witt Jr. able to flash the leather. He laid down and he threw it from his knees over to first base. It took a skip hop over to Bryce Harper, and Kirk was not going to be able to beat out that throw. So 2 away in the top of the 4th inning. Here's Rowdy Tellez, who's 0 for 1. Skeens gets set above the belt. The pitch, foul ball. Just got a piece of it. That was a really good play. Are you kidding me? The ball is 1 strike to Rowdy Tellez. 0-1 pitch. It's in the zone. It's a splitter. Taken for strike 2. 5-0 USA thanks to a 2-run shot by Judge and a 3-run shot by Roman Anthony. And then in the Puerto Rico-Cuba game, a bases clearing double by Martin Maldonado put Puerto Rico up 3-0. All 4 teams 2-0. In their pools. So Skeens is able to get out of the inning. There was a ground ball that was hit, and he gets out of it, and they're going to go to the 4th. All right. Excellent job by him. Whoops, wrong one. So now we go back to the other game. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Eddie Rosario for Team Puerto Rico. All right, Rosario in the box for Puerto Rico. Cousin comes set and deals. Swing and a miss. He got him on a 94-mile-per-hour pitch that was high, and there is out number 2. 2 gone. So Rosario is down on strikes. Ugh. Here comes Emmanuel Rivera, and he looks at strike 1. Eddie Rosario strikes out. The ball is 1 strike to Emmanuel Rivera. USA is in a break right now. 1-1 is the count. The pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. That'll be caught. Inning over. Side retired. And that game is going to go to the 4th inning. Or yeah, it's going to go to the 4th. All right. Speaking of 4th, bottom of the 4th with the U.S. game as they lead at 5-0. Paul Skeens, 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed, 1 walk. And I mean, he was phenomenal tonight. Really, you could not have asked for a better performance, dude. That was insane. That was a great play there. That was awesome. 5-0 USA. Carrillo pitching for Mexico, and Bobby Witt Jr., who made that excellent diving stop and just threw a cannon from his knees, is up to bat. And he looks at a 98-mile-per-hour fastball that is in there for strike one. This is the guy that we saw throw really hard the other day for Mexico, and he's good. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch to Witt. There's a line drive it out over to left center field. That's going to split the gap and go all the way over towards the wall. And Bobby Witt Jr. is going to pump the brakes and get in with a stand-up double at second. Bryce Harper's up. Let's go. Harper's in the box. He's 1 for 2. Judge is up next, and in the hole is Kyle Schwarber. So bottom of the 4th, it's Bryce Harper up at the plate for Team USA. We got USA up 5-0 in their game, and Puerto Rico up 3-0 in their game. Pitch to Harper. It's off the plate and taken for a ball. Let's go, Bryce. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, chat. How many likes do we have, chat? Somebody drop it down below. 1-0 pitch to Harper. Swing and a miss. He got a fastball right down the heart and soul of the plate. Gosh. 1 ball, 1 strike to Harper. The pitch down and in for ball 2. Wake up, chat. Come on. Drop the flags. Charge. Come on, I need to see the flags. Let's go. Keep you updated on the Cuba Puerto Rico game, but obviously all eyes on Bryce Harper right now. The 2-1 pitch to Harper. Foul ball. Things get interesting there, then we'll go back to it. 2-2 to Harper. Carbillo gets set, deals. Down and in for ball 3. Judge is up next. Payoff pitch to Bryce. Swing and a miss. And he went after a splitter that was down and in. Chased on after it. And there is out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th. And Aaron Judge is up next. Dang it. Chased on after that thing. Judge will come on up to bat. He had an opposite field 2-run blast his last time up into about the 4th row. 37 on my end. Let's go, baby. 1 out, bottom of the 4th. I didn't get the email, Joe. Judge in the box. The pitch to Aaron Judge. It's outside for a ball. There's 1 out in the Cuba game. That's in the top of the 4th. But all eyes on the Judge. Big pitch to Judge. Taken down for ball 2 at 99 miles per hour. Let's go, chat. Charge! 2-0 pitch to Judge. Swing and a miss. Got a slider there. The count is now 2-1. Judge is the 4th Yankee all-time to win 3 MVPs. Insane. 2-1 the Judge. Low for ball 3. And the count is now 3-1 to Aaron Judge. Skeens went 4 innings. He struck out 7. 3-1 pitch to Judge, and he smokes it out to left, but it's a foul ball. Emmanuel Rivera almost made a nice catch. He turned over his shoulder, was running away from home plate in foul territory, and nearly made a basket catch, but it just was a little bit in front of him. 3-2 the Judge, foul ball. Got a piece of it. Again, Carballo is throwing 98 miles per hour. He is firing. He's throwing a lot of heaters. That's the one thing, is that you'd like to see more of his breaking pitches. But a lot of 98, 99 on the gun from this guy. 3-2 is the count to Aaron Judge. Payoff pitch. Check swing, did he go? He did not. And that'll put runners over at first and second, and King Kyle's coming up. Let's go, Schwartz. Cuba does have a runner over at first. That's a Ruberena. Schwarber is up, and he fouls off the first pitch. The ball's in 1 strike. Let you know, Omar Hernandez does for Cuba. But Kyle Schwarber is up at the plate with runners over at first and second base. Witts at second, Judge is at first. There's Kevin Durant sitting in the stands. Of course he's at the game. Let's go. The ball is 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. 0-1 on the way. Foul ball. That was at 99 miles per hour. The rain did settle down in Puerto Rico and San Juan. The ball is 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. 1 out, bottom of the 4th. 0-2 pitch to Schwarber. Check swing, did he go? No. Hernandez stays alive in his count, and it's 2-2. Schwarber's down 1-2 in the count. Yeah, I can't zoom in. I wish I could. The pitch to Schwarber. He went around, darn it. It was a splitter, and it was inside, and he did go. There was not even a need to appeal, and there's out number 2. Dang it. And it's Alex Bregman who's up next. So both Harper and Schwarber did strike out. Judge is still at first, and Witt is still at second. Hernandez just popped out, and there's 2 gone in the Cuba game. Runner's still over at first. But here's the pitch to Bregman. And he takes the first pitch that he sees for a strike. I bet I jinxed it. No balls, 1 strike to Bregman. The pitch is a slider way off the plate for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to Alex Bregman. The pitch. And he fouls it away. Back over towards the plate. In the Cuba game, by the way, it's 1 ball and no strikes to Yuki Giebert. Runner's still over at first, and there's 2 outs there. Pitch to Bregman. He pops it up over towards the middle infield. And getting under it to make the grab for out number 3 is Joey Ortiz. And with that, we're going to go to the 5th inning. USA up 5-0. Okay. 2 balls, no strikes to Moran. or to Gibbert, that is, in the Puerto Rico-Cuba game. Both of these teams have to face Canada. The winner of this game advances to the quarterfinals. 2-0 pitch, and that's a foul ball. It goes back on over towards the screen. The rain did settle down. Two balls, one strike. Next pitch, fouled again. On the edge with Skeens, man. Let's go. What's up, Doug? How you doing? We're calling 2 games at once tonight. Puerto Rico plays Canada on Tuesday at 7, and Cuba plays Canada on Wednesday at 3. 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over to right field. It's slicing just foul. And Gibbert has to go back to the plate. Bro, why do you keep hating on Harper? You keep hating on him. He had an RBI double in the other game. I mean, he just struck out. But you keep hating on him. Just curious. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 4th, 2 away. And a runner over at first for Cuba. .22 pitches from Moran. And here's the 2-2. It's outside for ball 3. Over at first base is Moncada. Sorry, it's actually Arubarena. 3-2 on the way. Swinging a ground ball. Hit back over towards Moran. He knocks it down, throws it over to first, and there's out number 3. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Puerto Rico leads it against Cuba 3-0. Cuba just has 1 hit. 1 hit, and that's it. So the USA game is back on. And that's where we will head back to. I think the graphics actually match pretty well, to be honest with you. Garrett Clevenger is going to pitch for Mexico. And it's in the top of the 5th. 5-0 USA. How the Sixers doing, by the way? The pitch is in there for a strike, and that's a slider. This is Nacho Alvarez Jr. up to bat for Team Mexico. USA up 5-0 thanks to a 3-run blast by Roman Anthony and a 2-run blast by Aaron Judge. 0-1 pitch. It's in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. There's a line drive. Leaping catch made by the second baseman. That was just an awesome play by Bryce Terang. He leaped up there, and he caught lightning in a bottle. Gosh, that was very impressive. The fact that he was able to jump that high made you think about something similar that happened earlier in the WBC with Andres Jimenez. That was good, too, though. 1 out in the top of the 5th, and it's Gonzalez who comes up, and he rips it foul. Alvarez hit sharply just right at Bryce Terang. The ball is 1 strike. 1 away in the top of the 5th inning. The pitch, ground ball, dive and stop, and the throw over to first again by Witt. He is out again. Oh my goodness. That thing was a missile that he threw, and that time he was even further away from the hole. And the fact that he got up, shot out of a cannon, and threw a cannon over to first base, This is just an excellent baseball game from Team USA. And how about Harper's extension there? Because the throw was a little bit over towards his right side. He kept his right foot on the bag, did a little split, and leaned over on his belly. That was awesome. Another flashy play by Team USA. Back-to-back beautiful web gems by USA. So 2 quick outs in the top of the 5th. Alec Thomas is up, and he looks to the sinker on the outside corner for strike 1. It's just a gold glove infield, really. The ball is 1 strike to Thomas. Clevenger comes set and deals. There's a fly ball hit over towards the right field corner, and it's a foul ball. The ball is 2 strikes to Thomas. The 0-2 pitch. There it is. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And with that, we end up going to the bottom of the 5th inning. So USA will come back on up. They lead at 5-zip. Drop those flags, baby. Okay. Oops. What did I do? Is this the same link? It is. That is the same link. What are we doing? All right, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th in the Puerto Rico-Cuba game, and it's Martin Maldonado that's due up. He got the bases clearing double for Puerto Rico, and the count is 0-1. This guy Cousins has pitched pretty well. 0-1 pitch, throws it at 94. The appeal, no, he did not go. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. We're calling 2 games at once, chat. Because why not? Pitch to Maldonado, swing and a miss. Got fooled on that. Was a little bit off speed. Long ball, thank you again for the gifted memberships. And Ben, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You guys are the absolute best. The 1-2 to Maldonado. Swing and a miss again. Cousin throws gas. And there's out number 2 in the bottom of the 4th. Damn. Let's switch that back over. Was that Martin Maldonado that struck out? So 2 away, and it's Castro that's up next. He walked his last time up, and he takes a pitch high for a ball. Also singled, and he stole a base as well. He's 3 for 8 in the World Baseball Classic. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got a fastball that was above the zone. And the count is 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Willie Castro. He will call for time really quickly. Mexico actually has a new pitcher by the name of Matera Jr. 1-1 pitch. It's a foul ball. Paul Skeens is right now being interviewed by Ken Rosenthal in the USA-Mexico game. That game is in the bottom of the 5th. Puerto Rico up to bat, and the 1-2 pitch is high for ball 2 to Castro. Let's go. Turner throws it past Harper. The 2-2 on the way. Another foul ball by Castro, and he's battling against Cousin. Cal Raleigh's up for Team USA. Let you know how he does. 9 balls and 20 strikes by Cousin in this Puerto Rico-Cuba game. The 2-2 pitch, another foul ball, and Castro gets another piece of it and stays alive. Raleigh's batting on the right side for Team USA. And the 1-2 pitch that he takes is at the knees for a called third strike at 96 miles per hour. Castro fouls off yet another pitch for Puerto Rico. Surprised that Raleigh didn't swing at that. And Roman Anthony is up to bat for Team USA. Josimar Cousin getting ready to throw his 32nd pitch for Cuba. And here it comes. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left center field. It'll stay in the ballpark. And the left fielder makes the catch. Just called off the center fielder. And, well, that's going to go to the top of the 5th inning. Cuba only just 1 hit. And they are down 3-0. Okay. No balls and 2 strikes to Roman Anthony as Matera Jr.'s on the mound. He's a lefty. The 0-2 to Anthony. That's a foul ball over towards the left side. It was a check swing foul ball. So let's make sure that we got that correct. So Castro flied out to center. 0-2 pitch. Fly ball. Hit over towards medium depth left field. Under it to make the grab for out number 2 is Randy Arozarena. And there's 2 away. Don't forget to like, chat, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Let's make sure that we do this. Byron Buxton is up. The count is 0-1 to him. He's 0 for 2 this evening. Flied out his last time up. Matera on the bump. 1 second left on the pitch clock, and he just got the windup off in time, but that's up high for a ball. Gosh. That is what you call playing with fire. He had to get going. 1 ball, 1 strike to Byron Buxton. The next pitch, it looked like it was at the knees for a strike from the angle that they showed us from the home plate side. Call to the ball. Wow. 2 balls and 1 strike to Byron Buxton. The pitch on the way, and it's low for ball 3. It's a great player, man. 3 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and there is strike 2. Three balls, 2 strikes to Byron Buxton. The pitch hits down and in for ball 4, and USA has a runner over at first base. Moas Jr.'s up for Cuba. The count is 1-1 to him. Charge! And Bryce Terang is up for Team USA. Moas Jr. tried to bloop one out to center, but Castro made the over-the-shoulder catch And there is out number 1 in the 5th inning for Puerto Rico. Wow. That was a nice catch by Willie Castro. Had to turn over his shoulder and jump up, and he caught it. That was nice. Not an easy play. Up to bat is Bryce, and he looks at the fastball at 93 for strike 1. They're doing the wave out in Houston. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch to Terang, swing and a miss. The count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Bryce Terang. Two outs, bottom of the 5th. The pitch. It's up high. Taken at 96 miles per hour. The 1-2 pitch. Rounded over towards the right side. Second baseman picks it up, throws it over to first, and we're going to go to the 6th inning. All right, 5-0 USA. Mexico will be coming back on up to the plate. So Puerto Rico now has recorded 2 outs. And Roel Santos is up next for Team Cuba. Santos shows bunt but takes it back. The pitch is high for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Moran is still pitching. He has 31 pitches for Team Puerto Rico. 1 ball, no strikes. Try to show bunt again, and that one is taken for a strike. Took it just on the outside corner. Chat, if you're just tuning on in, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. We're calling 2 games at once, chat. Calling the Puerto Rico-Cuba game and the USA-Mexico game. 1-1 pitch, and that's down in the way for ball 2. Here we go again. Chat seems to be having fun. 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and the count is now 2-2. Two on the way. Another fly ball hit over towards the left field corner. That'll be caught. And there's out number 3. Puerto Rico is going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. They lead it 3-0. Who's that, Ortiz that flied out? Not Ortiz, wrong game. It was Gibbert that flied out. All right. 37 on my end. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up button, chat. And subscribe to the channel. Chat got quiet. You guys okay? You good? You just settling down? If you are, that's fine. Both games have gotten a little bit slow. Matthew Boyd is going to pitch for Team USA as we go to the top of the 6th inning out in Houston. 14-8 record and a 3.28 ERA last year with the Cubs. So the former Tiger is out there on the mound. There's Mark DeRosa, Team USA's manager. The pitch. There's a called strike. It's a changeup at the knees for strike 1 to Joey Ortiz. Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And now it's 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way. That's up high for a ball. The other reason why I didn't have the USA-Mexico game on here is because I'm watching it. I didn't have it on my screen is because I'm watching it on the iPad. And if you look closely, it is a little bit behind. I'm a little bit behind, and that is ahead. So that's another reason why I didn't have it up, but I'll still keep it up there when we're going back and forth. That's fine. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and there's out number one. Totally up to you guys, though. Let's go. Enjoying the call. Let's go. I'll see you later, my friend. Thanks so much for being on here. One out in the top of the sixth. Matthew Boyd is on the mound. On ball says it's fine. Enjoying the call. Let's go, baby. It's been fun. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss. For Puerto Rico, Elliot Ramos is up. The count is 0-1 to him. Cousin is still pitching. Jaron Duran up for Team Mexico in the top of the sixth with 1 out. Let you know how Ramos does. But the 1-2 is high for ball 2. Boyd throws 97 on the gun. Two on the way. There's a line drive hit out over towards left field, and that is gone. And so, Jaron Duran hits a line drive shot out to left in Houston and makes it 5-1. Damn. Ramos also doubled for Puerto Rico, and Arenado's up for them. So 5-1 USA. Really quickly, let's see the first pitch to Arenado. He'll ground one over to second, and there's an off-balance throw over to first. It's in time. Ramos does go over to third for Puerto Rico. So he is at third base with 1 out. For Team USA, Boyd is pitching. He just gave up a home run to Duran. And he's ahead in the count 0-1 to Randy Arozarena. And the next pitch, he gets in front of a changeup there and swings and misses at it. So no balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. The 0-2 on the way. It's up high for a ball. Going to go a little bit back and forth here as Puerto Rico threatens to score. Back to Arozarena's at bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is fouled back again. Carlos Cortez up for Puerto Rico, and he's ahead in the count 1-0. 5-1 USA, 3-0 Puerto Rico. The 1-2 to Randy Arozarena, and he chops it foul. Cortez tied up in the count 1-1. And again, Ramos over at third base for Puerto Rico. One ball, 2 strikes to Randy. The 1-2 on the way. Check swing, did he go? The pitch was high and away. He did not. And so it's 2-2 there. Cortez with the pitch, flies out over to left field. Will this be deep enough to score Ramos? He's going to try to come to the plate, and the throw is definitely not in time. 4-0 Puerto Rico. Okay. That's a big run for them. Okay, so Boyd back out there for Team USA. See if you can get the out here. Showing a replay of that Jarren Duran home run. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. With 1 out. He's in the box. And the 2-2 pitch to Randy. Another foul ball. Daryl Hernaiz will step up to the plate for Puerto Rico, but there's going to be a pitching change in that game. So it's back to USA, Mexico. Pitch to Randy. He'll ground this one over to the second baseman, who picks it up, throws it over to first, and out number 2 is recorded in the top of the 6th inning. Let's go. Just listening to the game until I have to clock in. I got you. All 4 teams are 2-0. USA playing Mexico. They're both 2-0. Whoever wins each game is advancing to the quarterfinals. Jonathan Aranda steps up for Team Mexico, and he takes a called strike right at the knees. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 to Aranda. Check swing. He did not go. Pitch was up high. Skeens was great today. He was awesome. Sorry, chat. Let's update the Jarren Duran thing. Let's go. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jonathan Aranda. The pitch from Boyd, low for ball 3. It was definitely dusty in my room. That's what it was. I went out to the car after the game, sat there. I felt a lot better, and then I cleaned up. It feels better. 3-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit out to right field, and there's a 2-out single by Jonathan Aranda, and he is aboard over at first base for Team Mexico. Charge! And it's Alejandro Kirk who's going to come on up to the plate. Is DeRosa going to make a move? Is he going to make a move? Or is this just going to be a pitch, timeout on the mound? Andy Pettit's going to go out there. Okay, so it's just a timeout on the mound to try to talk to Matthew Boyd. Daryl Hernaiz is up at the plate for Puerto Rico in the bottom of the 4th. And he swings and misses at a fastball, facing Emmanuel Chapman, who had a 3.72 ERA, 72 strikeouts, and 72 innings, along with 41 walks allowed. Played in 32 games, started in 5 in the minors. Take a look at this really quickly. 0-1 to Hernaiz, and that's up high for a ball. Here's Kirk in the box. And he takes a ball above the strike zone. He didn't go. Hernaiz will fly one out to right field, but just hit right at the right fielder. There's out number 3, and that is going to go to the top of the 6th. So Puerto Rico and Cuba are going to the 6th inning, 4-0 Puerto Rico. Cuba's coming up to bat. Alejandro Kirk fouls off the next pitch for Mexico. And the count is 1-1. Let's go. Boyd trying to get out of this inning. Can he do it? 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 6th. Boyd gets set, kicks, fires. Ground ball through the hole for a base hit. And Mexico has runners over at first and second base. That just got on through. Alejandro Kirk gets on, and Rowdy Tellez is coming up to the plate. So some interesting things going on between USA and Mexico right now. This game is not over. Neither is that Puerto Rico game. Both of these games aren't over. 5-1 USA. Joey Meneses is going to pinch hit for Rowdy Tellez. That's a good move. It'll be lefty versus righty. The pitch to Joey. He just swings and misses at the slider. Meneses played with the Nationals back from 2022 to 2024. He's not in the league right now. 0-1 pitch to Joey. To change up that misses down and away for a ball. He's in a big spot here for Mexico. 1 ball, 1 strike in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch. Bouncing ball. Hit over towards the second baseman. Off his glove. It's going to be deflected. It goes out to shallow left field. 1 run will score. And now it's 5-2, and the tying run's coming up to the plate for Mexico. Just hit off of Bryce Terang's glove. He tried to get the tip of the glove on it. And then Bobby Witt Jr. had to go out and chase it out in left center as it just touched the outfield grass. Gosh. That was bad. As Terang tried to field it, he took 1 step in and then 1 step over towards his right. Wow. The tying run is up. That's ruled as an RBI infield single by Joey Meneses, and Nacho Alvarez Jr. is up at the plate. So it's 5-2. Yohan Moncada just struck out for Cuba, but no balls and 1 strike to Alvarez. The pitch from Boyd, and it's a changeup that misses outside, and the count is now 1-1. Alvarez in the box. Martinez just got hit for Cuba. And he'll be rewarded first base. Alvarez Jr. was having some words with the home plate umpire. And Gil also went out there too. Now they'll have Gil go back to the dugout. And Alvarez will stay in the box. Don't know if he was confused on the ball strike call and had some words with him, but the 1-1 pitch on the way, and that's a high fastball. It actually hit the upper tier of the zone for strike 2, and Alvarez is still chirping. And so is Gil. They're not happy. That looked like it was a strike, though. It was close, but 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Alvarez. There's a line drive, and it's caught at second base by Terang. The inning is over, but it is 5-2. That is the score, and we will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. So Alvarez lines out. Okay. So with that, we go back to the Cuba game. The pitch, there's a line drive out to right center field. That's going to go all the way towards the wall. 1 run will score, and Cuba is on the board. Despain just launched it out to right center. And I gotta tell you, Ariel Martinez was flying from first all the way to home. So this got interesting too. Here comes Arubarena to the plate. 4-1. Puerto Rico up by 3. Wow. This game's not done yet either. 0-1 pitch that'll bounce in the dirt for a ball. And Despain stays over at second. So if Arubarena gets on here for Cuba, then that means that Omar Hernandez would be the tying run to come on up to the plate. One ball, one strike. Rios pitching, and there's the 1-1 swing and a miss. The ball's going to get away from the catcher. The throw over to third. I don't know why he threw it, but it's not in time. Despain easily had the bag over at third base, and for some reason, I mean, that was Martin Maldonado that just threw that thing over to third. He shouldn't have done that. So this just got interesting, too. Need to go. Thanks, JJ. Take care. All right. 1 out, top of the 6th. Runner at third. 1-2 pitch from Rios. It's outside for ball 2. USA is in a break. They're going to the bottom of the 6th. Mexico just put up 2 runs in the top of the 6th there. Bobby Witt Jr. is going to lead it off. But Arubarena's in the box for Team Cuba. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. What a big strikeout by Rios in that situation. It was down low and away, and Arubarena just fishing after trouble. And it's Omar Hernandez that's due on up. Let you know what Bobby Witt does. But the first pitch to Hernandez is in the zone for strike 1. Despain has 22 career RBI. That's the second most in the World Baseball Classic. Cepeda had 23 for Cuba. 0-1 pitch to Hernandez, and there's a strike at 98 thrown by Rios. This guy throws gas. Wow. Bobby Witt Jr. is ahead in the count, 2-1 for USA. But right now, all eyes on Cuba. Big pitch coming up. Puerto Rico fans on their feet. Cuba fans on their feet. The 0-2 pitch. Down in the dirt and away for a ball. Omar is grounded into a double play. He's also lined out as well. Bobby Witt's count is full for USA. The 1-2 to Hernandez. Swung on and missed. Rios with back-to-back strikeouts, and he gets out of the jam. That is what you call excellent pitching in a high-leverage spot. And that game's going to go to the bottom of the 5th. The pitch to Bobby Witt, that's up high for ball 4, and there's a leadoff walk for Team USA. And Bryce Harper is up next. Damn. These games are good. Harper is in the box for Team USA. The 0-1 pitch to Harper. It's inside for ball 1. Just a little bit low, too. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryce. Witt leads off at first. The 1-1 pitch is a fastball, and it's inside for ball 2 to Harper. Harper got on with an infield single but he also struck out and he grounded out to first. Duarte comes set and deals, and the pitch is outside. The throw to second base to get Witt. He dives in there safely. Got a great jump there, and just was able to manufacture getting into scoring position. He was quick on the bases there. No chance at getting him out, even a good throw. Gosh, he's going to have a good year. I think he's going to have at least 30 steals. 3 balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Hitters count here for Team USA. Can they come through? The 3-1 pitch to Harper, swing and a miss. Got a slider and was fooled. It was at the knees. Damn. Aaron Judge waits in the on-deck circle. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Harper. Duarte with the payoff pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Darn it. He was late on the fastball. Went over towards the upper tier of the outside corner, and there is out number 1. Challenged him with the fastball, and it worked. And Judge is up next. Harper's timing is just a little bit off tonight. So here is Judge. Schwarber's in the on-deck circle for Team USA. The pitch to Aaron, and he'll shoot it foul towards the left side. Cuba and Puerto Rico are in the bottom of the 6th. USA and Mexico are in the bottom of the 6th, too. The ball is 1 strike to Aaron Judge. And time is going to be called. Puerto Rico has Eddie Rosario up at the plate. The ball's 1 strike to Aaron Judge. The pitch gets underneath it a mile high, sends it out over towards left center, and the catch is made for out number 2. Got way underneath it. Rosario's count, by the way, is 3-1. But here comes Kyle Schwarber for Team USA. Rosario just walked for Puerto Rico, and the leadoff man is aboard for them. Here's Kyle Schwarber for Team USA. First pitch, Schwarber hits one out over to center field, but it'll be caught for out number 3 by Thomas. He got on one knee, thought maybe he had a chance, and it did not go. Thomas catches it, and they're going to go to the 7th inning, USA versus Mexico, that is. Here's Emmanuel Rivera for Team Puerto Rico, as again Rosario just got on base, got on with a walk. Damn. Kyle lined out to center. After a leadoff walk by Bobby and a stolen base, they can't get him home. That could be pivotal right there. We're calling 2 games at once, chat. Emmanuel Rivera is in the batter's box. Let's make sure that we have this up. Pitch. That's going to get away from the catcher. The throw over to second's not in time. It goes out to center field, and Rosario's going to go over to third. The catcher actually had it for a second, then he just sort of threw it over to second. Rosario really just jumped over to second and stole second base, but then advanced on over to third. Sorry about this, chat. Rivera's pitch. The 2-1, it's high. And taken for ball 3. Three-one offering to Emmanuel Rivera. It's a foul ball. Rosario leads off over at third. Puerto Rico trying to get another insurance run here. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and here's the 3-2 to pitch, and that's a cold strike 3. That was outside. Rivera chirping to himself, and there's out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. That was outside, but the catcher did frame it pretty well. Got to give him that. So we sold the call there. Nick Gonzalez is up to bat for Team Mexico. Don't you worry, we'll head back there soon. MJ Melendez just fouled over towards the third base side. Mexico through 6 innings. Last night they had 16 runs and 16 hits. Tonight, 2 runs, 5 hits. Different story. The ball is 1 strike to MJ Melendez. The infield for Cuba is playing in. The pitch to Melendez. Another pop up into foul territory. It'll stay in play. The catch is made by Moncada. There's out number 2. In the Team USA game, they just got the first batter to fly out over to right. So Gonzalez flies out to right, and there's 1 gone there. Martin Maldonado back up at the plate for Puerto Rico. We go back and forth really quickly. Pitch to Maldonado, swing and a miss. Nothing in 1 to Martin Maldonado, who had that 3-run double for Puerto Rico. 0-1 pitch will show bunt, but he takes it back. No appeal made. 1-1 is the count. One ball, 1 strike to Martin Maldonado. The pitch down and away for ball 2. Thomas for Team Mexico just struck out. Boyd gets his 2nd strikeout of the game. So 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 7th in that game. Maldonado will then foul the next pitch off for Team Puerto Rico. And that makes the count now 2-2. For Team Mexico, up to bat is Joey Ortiz. 2 balls, 2 strikes, though, to Maldonado. The next pitch is outside for ball 3. This is a big payoff pitch here. Cuba's trying to get out of the jam. And before that, we have a timeout taken. Ortiz now down in the count, 1-2 for Team Mexico. Just swung on and missed at an off-speed pitch. The payoff pitch to Maldonado. Ground ball hit over to third base. Arenado has it. Throws it over to first. And they're going to go to the top of the 7th. 4-1 Puerto Rico. The 1-2 to Ortiz. That's a foul ball. And Mexico stays alive in the count. Okay. One and 2 is the count to Joey Ortiz. The next pitch is in the dirt and taken for ball 2. From Matthew Boyd. We're doing both. Calling 2 games at once, my friend. We call it Diamond Zone. Next pitch, line drive, hit out over to right field. Judge makes the catch, And USA is going to the bottom of the 7th inning. And with that, I'm going to take a very quick step off. All right, don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right. So Bregman, Raleigh, and Anthony are due up for Team USA. But Cuba is back on really quickly. Why did this go like this? I don't like that. That's really odd. Really, really odd. That's weird. All right, no balls, 1 strike to Gibbsboro. He's up to bat, facing Rios, who's been really throwing hard. 0-1 pitch, and that is down low and away for a ball. One sec. 1-1 pitch. That's taken inside for ball 2. And for Team USA, it's the 2-1 pitch. It's taken low for ball 3. It's Alex Bregman who's up to bat. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Gibbsboro at the plate for Cuba. All 4 teams, by the way, are 2-0, and whoever wins each game advances. 3-1 pitch, and that's low, and Gibbsboro gets on with a leadoff walk. So there's a little bit of action going on over there. Bregman up for Team USA. Just took the next pitch up high for ball 2. Charge! And now it's Lionel Moas Jr., who's supposed to come on up. But right now, really quickly, we'll go back to the USA game. Next pitch, line drive caught at third base by Mexico. And Bregman lines out to his counterparts. Puerto Rico is going to take a very quick timeout here. And Rosado's going to go talk to his pitcher. Cal Raleigh up for Team USA. Let's stick there very quickly. First pitch to Raleigh. And that is taken for a ball. Whoops, wrong game. Wrong game, chat. The 1-0 pitch to Cal. Fly ball. Hit out over to right field. Bye-bye, baseball. Oh, it's a foul ball. It's a foul ball. It's a foul ball. Oh, man. I thought that was going to go. That is a bosh call by me. I didn't see that it just hooked foul. Just hooked foul. Man, that's one of my worst Bosch calls ever. That's bad. That was bad. All right, move on. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm going to get clipped for that. That's fine. I own up to it. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Cal. Next pitch, swing and a miss. At least I'm getting chat involved. There we go. Y'all have been quiet. So I did my job there at the very, very least. I'll take it. That's fine. 1-2 is the count to Raleigh. And he'll foul off the very next pitch. Cape for Cuba is going to pop out on over to short. And there's 2 outs in the 7th inning of that game. It's still 1-2 to Cal. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and he strikes out, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 7th inning. All right. Santos in the box. And the pitch is going to bounce in the dirt for a ball. The throw back over to first, not in time. That is for Cuba versus Puerto Rico. Almost a homer. That's funny. Roman Anthony is up for Team USA. Speaking of homers, he actually did homer earlier in the game. Next pitch that he takes is outside for a ball. Let's go back to this Cuba game really quickly. This is called Diamond Zone. We do this during the MLB season where we go back and forth. 2-0 pitch, line drive, caught out in left field. The inning is over. Puerto Rico's going to come back on up to the plate again. So the inning is done there. Anthony's in the box for Team USA. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch to Anthony, and he stays alive yet again. Baumholtz laughing too. That was terrible. All right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I guess it's tough calling 2 games at once, isn't it? The 1-2 pitch. It's up high for ball 2. I definitely upset a lot of sports bettors. I'm going to get... my DMs are going to be unreal. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and here's the pitch. It's another foul ball over towards the first base side by Roman Anthony. That was not my worst. My worst, actually, was when it was a walk-off Phillies home run call. That I will never forget to this day. That was terrible. Somebody will probably find the clip. I bet you. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, line drive off the second baseman's glove out to right field, and Anthony will get on with a single. To be completely honest with you, Yiddy Cape, I mean, it was hit right to him, and I know that it was hit hard, but he should have caught that. Didn't even have to move. He got the glove down, and it just hit the tip of the glove as he slid it down. Two gone in the bottom of the 7th, and Byron Buxton is in the box for Team USA. And he takes the first pitch on the outside edge for strike 1. Reyes is still pitching for Mexico. He has 16 pitches. If you're not laughing, you're not living. Of course I'm laughing. It's beautiful. I gotta laugh at myself. 0-1. That's down in the way for a ball. We'll get you Willie Castro's at bat in just a couple of minutes for Puerto Rico. Well, first, big pitch to Buxton here. The 1-1 pitch, low for ball 2. Two balls, one strike to Byron Buxton. Reyes gets set at the belt, kicks, fires, swing and a miss. Got a cutter that was way up high at 90. He swung on and missed at that. John, thanks so much for tuning on in, man. Johnny, thank you so much, man. You love it? Oh, dude, I'm so happy that you love it. Castro just walked for Puerto Rico, and he's over at first base. We do this all the time during the Major League Baseball season when the Phillies aren't playing, but we do it for like 7 games. It's insane. 2-2 pitch. It's low and away for ball 3, and we'll like change the scores. You know, it's really, really cool. We change these scoreboards up here. Three balls, 2 strikes to Byron Buxton. The payoff pitch. Got him the swing and miss and a cutter that was up high and inside. And that is going to go to the 8th inning. Mexico down by 3. And we'll keep our eyes on that when they do return. But now, we head back to San Juan. Heliot Ramos is up. He's 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up. And he'll try to line this one over to second base. That was a nice catch there. The throw back to first, not in time. That was a bullet. Hit right over to the second baseman, Willie Castro. And he caught lightning in the bottle for the second out of the inning. It was a sliding catch, too. Seen some really good defense. Really good defense in both of these games. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Excuse me, that was the first out of the inning. And now it's Nolan Arenado who's up to bat. Arenado's in the box. Duenas comes set and deals, and Arenado fouls it back towards the screen. Almost doubled up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Arenado's out? What just happened? They didn't even show what happened to Arenado. Did he foul out over to first? He did. He popped up. What the heck? How could they not show that? Popped up over towards the first base side in foul territory. Thanks, Fox. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Cortez now up to bat, and he takes the pitch inside. Carlos Cortez. Oops, sorry, chat. One ball, 1 strike to Carlos Cortez in the bottom of the 7th of the Puerto Rico-Cuba game. The toss back over to first. That's not in time. Duran is up for Mexico. We'll get back to that in a few seconds. 1-1 is the count. 2 away. A runner over at first base. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit out to center field, and Puerto Rico has runners over at the corners. The pitch to Duran. Fly ball hit out to right field, and he's done it again for Mexico. 2 homers for Jared Duran, and this game's not done yet either. So Duran goes yard for Team Mexico, and it's 5-3 out in Houston. Daryl Hernandez is going to ground one over towards the shortstop. The throw over to first is in time, and Puerto Rico and Cuba are going to go to the 8th inning. And with that, we go back to Houston and check up on Team Mexico against USA. So Puerto Rico could not get that insurance run. They were not able to do so. No balls, 1 strike to Randy Rosarina, and the next pitch is fouled off. Matthew Boyd has 50 total pitches. Jaron Duran, what a heck of a game. No balls, 2 strikes to Randy Rosarina. 0-2 pitch, check swing, he didn't go. Randy is in the box. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. Two balls, 2 strikes to Randy Rosarina. Nobody out, top of the 8th inning. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. And here's the 2-2 on the way. It hits a Rosarina, and the tying run is coming up. Square on the elbow. Mark DeRosa is going to make a pitching change, and that's going to do it for Matthew Boyd. Damn. He's done. He's going out there to talk to him. Looked like he was ready to pull him. They haven't cut back to a break just yet. Is he really going to leave him out there? Usually when the manager goes out there, 9 times out of 10 he pulls him. Fernando Cruz is going to pitch for Team Puerto Rico. Boyd is still going to pitch. How about that? And Jonathan Aranda is going to come on up to the plate. They're still going to leave Boyd out there. I'm shocked. I'm so shocked. Damn. Wow. Griffin Jax is loosening up in the pen. They're going to leave him out there for the lefty Aranda. That's what he planned on doing all along. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Moncada is up for Cuba. We'll let you know how he does. That pitch was outside. They called it a strike. Wow. No balls. 1 strike to Jonathan Aranda. And the next pitch is fouled over towards the right side. No balls. 2 strikes to Jonathan Aranda. USA is up 5-3 against Mexico. Puerto Rico leads it 4-1 against Cuba. Both games are in the top of the 8th. Big 0-2 pitch coming up. Aranda's going to call for time. Let's go really quickly to this Cuba game. 2-1 pitch to Moncada. He swung on and missed a fastball that was towards the upper tier of the zone, and he is tied up in the count 2-2. Back to Jonathan Aranda's at bat. No balls, 2 strikes to him. Toss back over to first, not in time. Moncada's pitch. Strike 3 called. It looked a little bit inside for Cuba. And he just got called out on strikes. That's a bad call there. But there's out number 1 in the 8th inning there. Back to Aranda's at bat. No balls, 2 strikes to him. In the top of the 8th inning, he's the tying run. Next pitch, swing and a miss. There is a strikeout, and Boyd leaving him in, it worked for that. And now DeRosa is going to pull him, and that is going to do it for Matthew Boyd. So his night is done. And with that, we go back to San Juan for the Puerto Rico-Cuba game. 1-1 is the count to Ariel Martinez. And the pitch, did he go? He did not. The pitch was down and away for ball 2. Damn. Looked like he almost went there. It worked. 2-1 pitch, inside for ball 3. Fernando Cruz is 35 years old. Pitching for Team Puerto Rico. 6 feet 2 inches tall, 237 pounds. 3 balls, 1 strike. Huge pitch here to Martinez, and that's down in the way for ball 4. And Cuba has a base runner. Really should have been 2 walks. But Martinez gets on. And it's Arisbel Arubarena who's up. USA and Mexico in a timeout. Here's the pitch. That is taken outside for ball 1. Despain had the RBI double his last time up to put Cuba on the board. Alfredo Despain, 1 for 3 with an RBI double. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Got fooled on the off-speed pitch there at 79 miles per hour. There's 10 seconds left on the pitch clock out in San Juan. Time is called. Griffin Jacks ready to step on out there for Team USA. And we'll get there in just a few moments. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Despain. Cruz gets set above the belt. A lot of drama now in both games, and the 1-1 is popped up over towards the infield. Second baseman is going to get under it, and he'll make the catch, and there's out number 2 for Puerto Rico. Really quickly, let's go to Alejandro Kirk's at bat for Team Mexico. He's up in the count 1-0. He's the tying run for Mexico here. 1-0 is the count to Kirk, and he takes the next one outside and away for ball 2. Late game drama in both of these games. Winners go on and play in the qualifiers, or in the quarters. The 2-0 to Kirk is outside for ball 3. Arisbel Arubarena just took a strike for Cuba. Big 3-0 pitch to Kirk. As we go back and forth, the pitch is in there for a strike. Back to Arubarena's at bat. The pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes to Arubarena. In the top of the 8th. Puerto Rico fans on their feet. Cruz comes set above the belt. The 0-2 pitch. Just low for a ball. And Arubarina thought about swinging at that. By the way, the count is full to Alejandro Kirk. These are two big pitches coming up here in both of these games. Here's the 1-2 to Arubarina. It's down for a ball. The 3-2 to Kirk. Swing and a grounder. Hit over to short. The throw to second. There's one. The throw to first. There's two. And USA's going to the bottom of the eighth. Two balls, two strikes to Arubarina. Cruz gets set above the belts. He kicks, he fires, and that's just outside for ball three. Gosh. USA going to the bottom of the eighth inning. Man, Cruz thought he had that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And no pitch was called. The batter didn't get back into the box, and there's an automatic strike 3. Oh my gosh. And we are going to the bottom of the eighth inning. Are you kidding me? He did not get back in the box in time, Arubarina, and he's down on strikes because of it. That's a batter's violation. And so Puerto Rico's going to the bottom of the eighth inning in their game. Are you kidding me? Gosh. Wow. Wow. How could he not get back in the box? That's crazy. All right, so back to the USA game as they are back from their timeout. They're in the bottom of the eighth inning. They lead it 5-3 against Mexico. They could use some insurance runs here too. Wow. I've never seen that happen. Automatic strike 3 because of a batter's violation. Didn't get back in the box in time. What a way to cost your team there. Garcia's going to pitch for Team Mexico. USA leads it by 2. Griffin Jacks, first Air Force Academy graduate. He's pitching for Team USA. I actually didn't know that about him. We're calling 2 games at once, baby. Bryce Terang is in the box for Team USA. First pitch way up high, way inside, nearly hit him. And he's ahead in the count, 1-0. Robert Garcia, 4-8, with a 2.95 ERA. 1-0 pitch, outside for ball 2. There's Arubarina. They're showing him. He was adjusting his gloves. And, yep, that's the... he didn't step back in time. He's adjusting his gloves. What's he doing? Like, what is he doing? 2 balls, 1 strike. He has to know how much time is left. 2-1 is the count to Bryce Terang. And the 2-1 pitch is fouled. Eddie Rosario's up for Puerto Rico. They'll face Pedro Santos. That's awful. The 2-2 to Bryce. Inside for ball 3. And that is going to make the count full. We've been streaming for 3 hours and 35 minutes. 2 games at once. One was supposed to start at 7:08 and got started at 8:20 because of a delay. The other one started on time at 8:08. 3-2 pitch. It's a foul ball. Rosario has one batting glove on and one batting glove off. Interesting. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Durang. The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a tapper. Hit back over towards the pitcher, Garcia. Underhanded toss to first. Will get the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning. Rosario at the plate, and he gets called looking at a called strike 3. 1 gone in the Puerto Rico-Cuba game. Damn. Got a curveball towards the outside edge. Just stared at that pitch. Watched it go by. And was waiting for the Messiah. Edwin Diaz is getting warmed up in the Puerto Rico bullpen, and he will pitch the 9th inning for them. Damn. How much is the membership? $2.99. $2.99 a month. No balls, 1 strike. Bobby Witt Jr. is up for Team USA. And by the way, sorry, chat. Here it is. Here's Bobby Witt. He's 1 for 3. The ball is 2 strikes to Bobby. Oh, and 2 is the count to Bobby Witt Jr. The 0-2 pitch outside for a ball. For Puerto Rico, they have Emmanuel Rivera in the box, and the count to him is at 2-2. The pitch to Witt. Line drive, base hit out to left center field. Bobby Witt's rounding first. The throw to second base. He dives in there safely. And Witt is on. 3-2 to Rivera. Grounder hit over to third. The throw to first is in time, and there's 2 gone out in Puerto Rico. Okay. Bryce Harper is up for Team USA, and this is a huge spot for Bryce. He's 1 for 4 today. Pitch number 1, foul ball. No balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Both of these games, it seems like they're going to end near each other. Unless something crazy happens. 0-1 to Bryce. The pitch to Harper. Swing and a miss. That was a changeup. That was down. Damn. Oh, and 2 to Harper. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. 0-2 pitch. And a called strike 3. That was a fastball that hit the upper tier of the plate. And there's out number 2. He's gone down looking twice today. I think he struck out, what is that now, 3 times? It is. Wow. A hat trick of strikeouts, and he's now 1 for 5. By the way, in the MJ Melendez at bat, it is 1-2 to him. Pitch to Melendez. That's inside for ball 2. They will intentionally walk Aaron Judge, and they will face Kyle Schwarber instead. And we'll go lefty-lefty. That's a lose-lose situation. 2-2 to Melendez. It's popped up right behind home plate. The catcher gives it a look, and he won't be able to get there. Here's Kyle Schwarber up for Team USA, and he looks at the changeup down the middle for strike one. USA trying to bust this thing wide open. The ball's one strike. Judge at first, Witt at second. 0-1 to Kyle. Fouls it back towards the screen. Melendez just took the next pitch down for a ball. And so his count is 3-2 in the Puerto Rico-Cuba game. If both teams, or whoever wins both games, will advance. Melendez just took ball 4. He's on over at first. 0-2 to Schwarber. It's down in the way for a ball. So Puerto Rico has a runner over at first base. They want to try to get another run here. But all eyes on Kyle Schwarber. One ball, 2 strikes to the Schwarberian. The pitch to Kyle, swinging a grounder, hit over towards the second baseman. The throw over to first is in time. USA and Mexico are going to the 9th inning. The 0-1 pitch to Maldonado, swing and a miss. Back in Puerto Rico. So the count is 0-2 to Maldonado, who had that bases clearing double. USA is 3 outs away from getting the W. Toss back over to first. It's not in time. No balls, 2 strikes to Martin Maldonado. Santos kicks, fires, and Maldonado stays alive. That pitch was outside. USA is going to the top of the 9th. They're 3 outs away from getting the W against Mexico. The ball's 2 strikes to Maldonado. 0-2 pitch. It's low. That was a great take by him. We're calling 2 games at once, chat. And again, we do this during the Major League Baseball season, but we do it with 6 games. This is just 2. Harper's 1 for 5. He's had a bad day today. 1-2 is the count. The pitch to Maldonado. Upstairs again for ball 2. A long at bat to Maldonado here. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Santos wins the battle. And Cuba and Puerto Rico are going to the top of the 9th inning. Last chance for Cuba. And just in the nick of time, guess who's back on? Garrett Whitlock is going to try to close it for Team USA. It'll be Joey Meneses to come on up to the plate first. Whitlock will get set at the letters, and the first pitch is lined foul towards the right side. So both games are going to the top of the 9th. Last chance for Mexico and last chance for Cuba. 0-1 pitch. A fastball down the middle for strike 2. This is perfectly synced. It really is. These 2 games are perfectly synced. The ball's 2 strikes to Joey Meneses. Whitlock gets set at the letters, kicks, fires. Ground ball down the first base line. It's a fair ball. It'll go all the way towards the corner. Judge is going to make the throw over to second. And wise decision by Meneses. He'll stay at first base. And the tying run's coming up for Mexico. Damn. Oh boy. Just kept it fair. Alejandro Ozuna is going to pinch hit. The pitch, foul ball, another Harper blunder. Dude, he was playing way off the line. What are you talking about? He wouldn't have had a chance to get there. The ball is 1 strike in the top of the 9th. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Popped up in the foul territory. And it's going to be a souvenir. They playing the trumpets for Edwin Diaz? They are. So the count is 0-2 to Ozuna. Ozuna in the World Baseball Classic is 0-2. 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. 1 out in the 9th inning. Here's Edwin Diaz ready to throw for Puerto Rico as they are 3 outs away from getting their W. First pitch is popped up. It's hit out over towards the right side. Second baseman gets under it. And out number 1 for Puerto Rico. So 1 out in each game. That one just took 1 pitch. Tying run over at first base for Mexico. 5-3 USA. Canellis comes on up to the plate for Mexico. The pitch, foul ball. We're going to go pitch by pitch here in both games. Gibbsboro is up for Cuba, and he takes a ball. The ball is 1 strike to Canellis. The next pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2 is the count, with 1 out in the 9th inning for Mexico and a runner at first. Diaz with the 1-0, and that's a foul ball. 0-2 to Canellis. Down for a ball. One ball, 1 strike. Diaz kicks, fires, and that's a foul ball. Canellis' 1-2 pitch. That is down and in for ball 2. That was really Whitlock's 1-2 pitch to Canellis. So 2-2 is the count to Canellis. Whitlock's 2-2 on the way. Foul ball. The 1-2 pitch to Gibbsboro, and that's down for ball 2. So both counts are 2-2. 1 out in each game in the top of the 9th inning. The pitch to Gibbsboro. Swing and a miss. There's out number 2 for Puerto Rico. The 2-2 pitch to Canellis. There's out number 2 for USA. And both games, 1 more out to go. Could not have scripted this any better. Last chance for Cuba and last chance for Mexico. Ramirez comes up for Cuba, and he looks at the ball. Thomas is up for Mexico, and he looks at the ball as well. Diaz is 1-0, swing and a miss. Whitlock's 1-0, swing and a miss there. Both counts 1-1. Diaz kicks, fires, the 1-1, foul ball. And Cuba down to its final strike. The 1-1 from Whitlock. Swing and a miss, and Thomas is down to his final strike. Cuba and Mexico each down to their final strike. Puerto Rico and USA 1 strike away from winning their games. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock for Diaz. The 1-2 is outside for ball 2. The 1-2 pitch to Whitlock. It's down and in for ball 2 there. Diaz is 2-2 outside for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes to Ramirez for Cuba. The 2-2 pitch from Whitlock. Ground ball hit over to the second baseman. Sliding stop. The throw to first is in time. And here's the pitch from Diaz. Swing and a miss. Puerto Rico and USA win. Unbelievable. I swear that was not scripted. I swear that was not scripted. I gotta cut that whole entire 9th inning. That is crazy. Let's go, Jack. USA and Puerto Rico are moving on. That's crazy. That's unreal, Jack. USA, man. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Chat, that was crazy. First and foremost, okay, what a swing by Roman Anthony, and what an awesome swing by Aaron Judge. I mean, that was incredible. They played really well. Paul Skeens was phenomenal today. He did so well. Marty Maldonado, man, a 3-run double for Puerto Rico. That was huge. And, I mean, Diaz just came on in and he shut the door. I still can't get over, man, how in the bottom or in the top of the 8th inning, I mean, like, what the heck was Erisbel Arubarena doing? Just standing outside the box. He's just minding his own business. He's adjusting his gloves. He didn't get back on in, and he has to know. He has to know that that really costed them momentum there. That was terrible for them, but congratulations to Puerto Rico. They're moving on to the quarters, and congratulations to Team USA, too. 2 really interesting games, and 2 hard-fought games for sure. That was fun. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this night in baseball in the World Baseball Classic. What a script, man. Baseball is just a beauty, man. That worked out perfectly. I swear I am not a script writer. But that's crazy. It ended at the same exact freaking time. All right. Love you all. Lila Tove. Good night. Catch you all in the next one. Let's go, baby. We'll be back on. Oh, by the way, we will be back on tomorrow morning for Japan versus Czechia. We will call that game. So, that was fun. Gosh. That was beautiful. All right, see you all tomorrow morning for Czechia and Japan. Bye.